What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing them the bacon. MLB DFS video. It is Thursday. It is September 14th, and we are back with another MLB DFS video. We do have Thursday night football tonight, so we have our showdown on our cheat sheet. You can always check that out, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. And on there, we have a ton of information. So we have MLB, we have PGA kicking off Thursday, obviously. We have MMA this weekend, NASCAR this weekend, NFL this weekend. So we have a ton going on. You can see it all for $24.99. Go check it out under FTA Plus, or this is the last week to use it. If you use the promo code NFLVIP, you get $100 off right now using for the year pass. So normally $199, get it for $99 through this week. Then the promo code no longer works. So definitely check that out. We are going to, if you're new to the channel, what we do is we go through everything. We're going to look at all the pitching on the slate, and then you guys seemed to like it yesterday, so we're going to do it again. So the slates are kind of broken up. We know that. I hate how it does it. But we're going to break down some plays at each position that we like in each slate. So we're going to go through that again, and if you have questions, let us know. But if you are new to the channel, anytime a video, you leave a like, you're a subscriber, and the video gets at least 50 likes on it, you have a chance to win a free week of DFS content. If the video gets 100 likes, you have a chance to win a free year. 125 likes, you have a chance to win a free month for 100 likes. 125 likes, a chance to win a free year. And anytime a video gets at least 150 likes, someone will win a lifetime pass to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. So, seeing yesterday's video, we're going to see who the winner is. It's pretty easy. You can win every single day, too. You just got to come back. My suggestion is be a subscriber and hit the bell notification so you guys can like and comment on the video as soon as it goes live. Have a better chance at it. So, let's see who the winner is from yesterday's video. And you can win every single day, like I said. Sports Historian, let's keep the hot streak going. Congratulations. I believe this is second time won or more, if I remember correctly. But all you got to do, just like this video now. Let me know that you saw you're the winner. And then 2 ways to get a hold of us. DFShelp1@gmail.com. That's DFShelp1@gmail.com. And if you do it, just let us know if you have a username on the site, and we'll get you set up. If you don't, let me know a username you would like on the site and an email you would like to use. Or you can hit us up on Twitter @advisors_team with the exact same information. So, again, congratulations, Sports Historian. Come back tomorrow. Come back the next day. Come back the next day. Check it out. You're the winner today. You could be the winner tomorrow. You can be the winner the next day, as long as we get at least 50 likes. That being said, we do have, like I said, a showdown cheat sheet going. It'll be fixed. We have the ranking videos out. We have the quarterback and running back right now. And then, depending on when you watch this video, I will have the other ones out here on the YouTube channel. So go check those out. And good luck today. So, we have a total of 11 games, I believe. We have 3 early. So the Nats at Pittsburgh, Cincy at Detroit, and Miami at Milwaukee are all on the early slate. Then we have the rain out from yesterday. The Yankees at Boston, not on the slate. We can't play. And then for whatever reason, I believe Arizona and New York Mets are not on any slate. They're in a weird time. So that's what we've got, but we're going to break it down. So let's take a look at it. We've got the Nationals at the Pittsburgh Pirates. We got Josiah Gray versus Mitch Keller. Now, we should be good with weather for this early slate. So Josiah Gray here at Pittsburgh. Game logs, not so good against Miami. Got lit up. I also want to say that yesterday I did have, and this is, I think, the difference between us and like other DFS providers. We were wrong about Zach Gallen yesterday. Thought he was in a good matchup with the Mets. I think he gave up 6 runs or 7. Didn't do well. It was Blake Snell was the dude you wanted to have yesterday. But that's kind of how it goes. That's how DFS works. Sometimes you're going to have it right. Sometimes you're going to have it wrong. Yesterday we had it wrong, so I do apologize, but I'm giving as much information as I can to help you guys make better DFS decisions. So that being said, Josiah Gray here. He's got a good matchup against Pittsburgh. He's faced him once this year already. Went 6 innings in that game, 1 earned run, 6 Ks, 23.9 fantasy points. The problem is he's pitching on the road, which he is better. I don't know what we're going to get. As a 3-game slate, you kind of, he's there. It's kind of a 7,700 option. I'm okay with it, especially on DraftKings where you need 2. You've got him. And then Pittsburgh, it's Mitch Keller. Depending on which Mitch Keller we're going to get. Last week, we stacked against Atlanta, or we stacked Atlanta against him. He gave up 8 earned runs in 5 innings. It's been very up and down for Mitch Keller. 4.23 ERA. Splits-wise, he has not faced Washington this year. And pitching at home, he does have a 3.18 ERA. Okay, I'm okay with that. Problem is, again, he's been lit up by other teams. It's very early today for some reason. I don't know why it's so early. So Mitch Keller, probably at 8,700, I don't know if I trust him enough. Just with the matchup and the price, I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on him as of yet. Tournament-wise, I'm okay with both of them. But that's probably it on that. Again, 3 games, though, you are doing tournaments. Reds at Detroit. We've got Derek Law versus Reese Olson. So Derek Law's opening, and then Ben Lively is supposedly going to be. Was he on the? So he was on the COVID list. So he's coming out. We got an opener. Then we got Ben Lively. I hate openers because you don't know. They're 1 inning, 2 innings max, and then you've got whoever's supposed to come in. Then maybe they go 3 or 4, and then it's just a bullpen day completely. So looking at this, he went 5.2 innings last time, but it's been August 26th, so 3 weeks since he's pitched. Whether or not he's going to be rusty, he's got a 5.17 ERA. Detroit's been on fire lately. There are some bats that I would like. Spencer Torkelson's been absolutely on fire there. That would be one of the bats that I'd look at. So pitching-wise, and then we got Reese Olson against Cincy. Pretty decent numbers here. Really good against the Yankees. Splits-wise has not faced Cincy this year. He is pitching at home. He does have a 4.89 ERA at home. At 7,400, I'm okay with him. But again, Cincy has some bats that can hit. Just depends if they show up. So I'm probably... Well, obviously, I'm not using Derek Law. I don't feel like I'm going to use Ben Lively. For tournaments, maybe, because I think people will be off of him because he's not the starter. But that's probably it. I'd rather look at bats in that one. And then, this game's not on. That game's not on. And then you got Marlins at the Brewers. You got Yuri Perez versus Adrian Hauser. Really haven't seen a ton of each other. Hauser's seen 42 plate appearances for the Miami Marlins. 229 batting average. Yuri Perez, we've been a fan of him all year long. 2.9 ERA, 99 Ks. He's had a couple of stinkers in a row against Philly and Washington. Has not faced Milwaukee this year. He is pitching on the road. On the road, he's got a 4.17 ERA. And Milwaukee's been, obviously we know Milwaukee's a good team this year, so I don't know if I want to pay $9,000 for him in a small slate like this. I don't know if I'll be playing the slate at all, to be honest. But that's my thought there. And then Adrian Hauser is down here coming off the IL. Hasn't pitched in about 3 weeks. Didn't have a good start in that one. Only went 2 innings. Is facing Miami. Has not faced them this year. Is pitching at home where he does have a 4.79 ERA. So, like I said, this is a stinker of a slate for 3 games. Not a ton to like in this one. Maybe Hauser at 6,500, Olson at 7,400, maybe Josiah Gray at 7,700. That's probably where I draw the line there. If we want to look at some bats in this early, some bats in this early game that just jump out. Looking at catcher, I would, depending if they're out there, Keibert Ruiz, William Contreras. You want to go a little bit cheaper. Indy Rodriguez for catching. First base options, Josh Bell, Spencer Steer, Torkelson at the top for first baseman. You want to go a little bit lower. You want to go for some GPP picks. Joey Votto, very GPP pick. Encarnacion Strand I would look at. Carlos Santana, Joey Meneses I would look at for first base. Second baseman, Luis Ariz, obviously. Anytime he's on a slate, you'd look at him. Zach McKinstry I'm okay with. Jonathan India against Reese Olson I'm okay with. Depending on which Adrian Hauser we get, we could be looking at Garrett Hampson a little bit and or John Birdie, just depending on who's in the lineup. Now, the lineups, depending on when you watch this, they should come out pretty early for this. So we should be good knowing what we're going to get. If you want to go down even further, maybe Bryce Terang or Nick Senzel I would look at for second. Third baseman, Novelli Marte for Cincy, a very cheap option. Jake Berger's been absolutely on fire this year. I would look at him against Adrian Hauser. Cabrian Hayes, I could definitely see having a good game if he's in there. Josh Donaldson is a cheap. Well, no, he's 4,100. Yeah, it had a good game with Miami, 1 home run, and then back to some BS here. 0 for 3 at bats, 0 for 3, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Pretty much what you expect out of him. Now, I wouldn't use him at 4,100. That's too expensive. Jake Alou could be a cheap option as well. Shortstops, C.J. Abrams has been absolutely on fire. I would use C.J. Abrams. Willie Adames here against Yuri Perez, I love. Joey Wendell, maybe. Kevin Newman. There's not a ton of bats that I like in this early slate. And then outfielders that I would use, Jack Sawinski, Brian Reynolds, Jazz, but he's day-to-day. Same thing with Yelich, he's day-to-day. Did Yelich play yesterday? I'm trying to see. So he has not played since September 8th. I didn't realize that. I guess watching him play the Yankees, I couldn't watch him because it's blacked out, but yeah, he's been out. I don't know if he'll be in. Probably wouldn't want to pay $5,700 for his back anyway. A little bit cheaper, Jake Fraley, Kerry Carpenter, Will Benson, Brian De La Cruz, TJ Friedel would be all outfielders that I would use in this one. Then we've got the main slate. So it's a really weird split day. I'm not 100% sure why it's split quite like that, but it is. So Texas is Toronto's the next game. This game's not in there. We can't use it. So we've got this game. We've got Nate Eovaldi versus Kevin Gausman. Evaldi's faced 110 plate appearances in his career against Toronto, 304 batting average. And then Gausman, 90 plate appearances, 280. So they faced each other on the teams a ton. So we kind of know what we expect. And they're the two highest priced pitchers on the slate. So looking at Eovaldi here, my problem is he's back from the IL. He's 9,800. He's gone less than 3 innings in both of his starts. That's probably what we're going to get out of him. I don't trust him. I would not pay up for him. So this is one where, he's... Yeah, he also went 4 days in between starts for whatever reason. Now he pitched on 9-9. I don't trust him. I'm not paying that price for 3 innings. He's not worked up to his full workload. That's probably what we're going to get out of him. I highly doubt we get 5 innings out of him. If we do, I don't know if they're going to be 5 effective innings. So I am off of Eovaldi here. Kevin Gausman here. Game logs against Kansas City. We used him there. He dominated. 38.2 fantasy points is exactly what you need. Went 8 innings, 10 Ks. Splits-wise, he's faced Texas once this year. Had actually a good outing. 6 innings, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 4 Ks. Not bad. I don't mind it. $11,000 is a pretty steep price to pay against this Texas team that we know can hit when they can hit. Again, he has not faced Texas since, when was it? June 16th at Texas. Pretty good game on the road. He is pitching at home where he does have a better ERA at home. He is expensive, though. I don't know if I want to pay up that much on a slate like this, especially finding an SP2. So that is kind of my thought in that game. I'm evading Evaldi and looking at Kevin Gossman, maybe, but his price is very high. Tampa Bay at Baltimore. We got Aaron Savali versus Kyle Bradish. Savali, 40 plate appearances, 342. Bradish, 62 plate appearances, 298. So they've been hit hard when they've been. And again, I mean, these are the second and third highest price pitch, or third and fourth highest price pitchers. So Savali on the road against Baltimore. Game logs, really bad game against Seattle at 9,000, same price as what he is now. And then a good game against Boston, a okay game against Miami, did not hit value. Colorado hit value. San Francisco hit value. Splits-wise, he has not faced Baltimore this year. We know they are a good hitting team. He's pitching on the road, where he does have a better ERA on the road, 2.03. Not bad ERA on the road. But then we've got Kyle Bradish here. Game logs, I mean, he's been dominated. We used him his last start against Boston. Dominated. 6 innings, 9 Ks. He's had 4 fantastic starts in a row. Splits-wise, he's faced Tampa Bay twice this year already. 11 innings, given up 10 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 home run, 3 walks, and 13 Ks. Averaging 19.2 fantasy points, which would hit the 2 times value that we look for and strive for at 9,400. A 3.27 ERA against them. So tournament-wise, I'm okay with. Cash-wise, I don't trust him. I think I like Bradish a little bit more than I do like Savali here, for sure. The next game is this Yankees game. Which one is it? So it's the Clark Schmidt one. It was the one that was scheduled yesterday, but it was Clark Schmidt versus Tanner Houck. Now it's Michael King versus Tanner Houck, and then Schmidt versus to be announced. Schmidt's actually turned things around lately. Game logs. Pretty good game against Detroit. He's been going 5-6 innings for the most part, except for Detroit at 4.2. He's already faced Boston 3 times this year. They were all 3 starts. 15.2 innings, 5 earned runs, 15 Ks, 5 walks, a 2.87 ERA, and a 14.8 fantasy points per game average, which would hit the 2 times value here. He's looked really good and really sharp his last few starts. The one against him was the one against Detroit. Gave up 3 earned runs, 3 walks. The 3 walks are what killed him, but he had 7 Ks. So he's getting those, 6+ Ks in these games. He's already faced Boston this year. The Yankees are going for the series win with, they would be going for the series win in the first game of this doubleheader. But Yankees are starting to give him some run support behind him. Kind of like him here. And then it's scheduled Chris Murphy. Whether or not it's going to be him, I don't know. Probably if it is him, it's going to be a bullpen day. It really just depends on how Game 1 goes, because obviously if Game 1 is a blowout for the Yankees and Boston uses their bullpen, what bullpen arms are they going to have for this little game here for this stretch? So you wouldn't use Chris Murphy. He's going 4 innings. That's basically it. Just got lit up by the Dodgers. Gave up 2 runs against Houston, 3 runs against Washington. I would not use him. I'd be using bats. Again, though, this is where we're going to, don't be screwed over, but this is where we're going to see what the Yankees bring out in their lineup, because they're already playing a doubleheader before this. So I would use Clark Schmidt. I would not use Murphy here at all. So then the next game, the Twins at the White Sox, Kenta Maeda versus Jose Urena. With this one, Urena's down. He just got signed, right? I believe. Yeah. He was just signed. It's crazy how far he's fallen. He was like 3 years ago or something. He was like the Marlins ace, or one of their top starters, and then he just fell off. But yeah, he was with Colorado. They let him go. He hadn't pitched since April 23rd. I would fully expect him to do worse than what he did against Detroit. He's facing Minnesota now. I would stack Minnesota against him. He's coming in with an 8.46 ERA, 0-5 record, 12 strikeouts. Wild. And that's in all these starts. He's not striking out people. He's getting lit up. It's Detroit. Okay, he went 4 innings, 4 hits allowed, 1 earned run. But he's walking people too. So, yeah, I would avoid Urena. I wouldn't even look at him at 5,000. He's averaging 0.6 fantasy points per game. Absolutely not. Then you got Kenta Maeda here. Game logs, not so good lately. Really not good since August 5th. Yeah, August 5th was his last time he had it. So he hasn't really had a good outing in over a month. I don't think I trust him. He's faced White Sox 1 time this year. 6 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 3 Ks, averaging of a 6 ERA against them. I don't want anything to do with him. I think this would be the bats in this situation. And really just depends on the bats that are out there. So an Eloy, a Luis Robert Jr., Andrew Vaughn, maybe a Gavin Sheets I would look at against him. So yeah, I'm removing myself from considering Maeda. I don't want Urena at all. And then the final game is San Francisco at the Rockies here. There is some weather concern in the Rockies. The rain that comes through, the storm could be 5 minutes or it could be 5 hours. The way it comes off the mountains there, it's crazy. And it gets really cold out of nowhere, even in the summer. But now we're in September. So Logan Webb here, 149 plate appearances against Colorado, 291 batting average. 117 plate appearances for Chase Anderson, 286 batting average. Now, Logan Webb, the problem is it's in Coors. I like Logan Webb's a good pitcher. 3.4 ERA, just faced this team at home. His last start, 6 innings, 4 Ks, 23.1 fantasy points, which is exactly what we need here. Problem is, it is in Coors. He's faced him 3 times this year. 2 wins, 20.1 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 17 Ks. I'm trying to see if he's pitched in Colorado this year. Nope. Yes, so he went 5.1 innings in Colorado, 4 earned runs. So he gave up all 4 earned runs in Colorado there. So he had a stat line of 4 fantasy points in this ballpark. At 8,800, I don't think I can trust him enough in Coors. That's my problem. I don't think I want to pitch him there. And then Chase Anderson against San Francisco, game logs, he got lit up by them in 3.1 innings. He's not going deep into games. That's the problem. Splits-wise, he's faced San Francisco twice this year, 8.2 innings, 9 earned runs. This is now in Coors. I foresee not so good out of him. So the problem is the pitching today, not that good. Kind of in my thought, I'm maybe making a couple lineups for tournaments. Then I'm focusing on showdown lineups for NFL. That's my thought because Gossman's too expensive to use, especially against Texas for me. Evaldi's not going deep into games. Bradish is one I would use at 9,400. Savale I wouldn't use against Baltimore. Logan Webb I'm not using in Colorado. Kenta Maeda has not had a good start in over a month. Clark Schmidt would be another one I'd use. I wouldn't use Murphy. So basically, it's Kyle Bradish and Clark Schmidt for me on this slate, and that's it, which is 9,400 and then 7,100, and you can average 4,100 the rest of the way. Just looking at hitters, yeah, so depending on what you're doing, whoever you're going with, up and down, like a 4,100 average is not bad, but those are the 2 pitchers I'd probably use in this slate. That being said, the bats that I would look at here, catching-wise on the main slate, I think Ryan Jeffers against Jose Urena, I would definitely feel very confident about. Adley against Aaron Savale, I don't mind. Hunter Goodman against Logan Webb because it's in Coors, I don't mind. Patrick Bailey in Coors, I also don't mind. Maybe Jonah Heim as well against Gossman, I'm okay with there. First base, Wilmer Flores, Lamont Wade Jr., depending on which San Francisco bat is there, I don't mind. Yandy Diaz I'm okay with. Alex Kirilloff could be first base or outfield depending on the site you're playing on. Vlad against Evaldi, I love. Isaac Paredes against Bradish I'm okay with. Andrew Vaughn here against Maeda. Ryan O'Hearn, Ryan Mountcastle. Mountcastle is day-to-day, though, so definitely pay attention there. Those would be the first baseman I'd look at. Second baseman I'd look at, Thairo Estrada. Again, you're going to see a lot of Coors bats because Coors produces a ton of runs. Jorge Polanco, Edward Julian. I mean, I think a Minnesota stack here against just how bad I'm expecting Urena to be is probably what I'm looking at. Brandon Lau against Bradish, I'm okay with. Marcus Semien against Gossman. Brendan Rodgers and Coors here against Logan Webb, I'm okay with there. Probably that's maybe Whit Merrifield, very cheap option, but I like Whit Merrifield more against lefties. That would be my second base options. Third base options, Royce Lewis has been absolutely on fire lately. J.D. Davis in Coors. Gunnar Henderson, I like. Yandy Diaz, I think I already said Yandy. Yohan Moncada against Maeda, I'm okay with there. You want to go a little bit lower, maybe Jordan Westberg, Kyle Farmer, just depending on the lineups that come out. Shortstops I would use, Seager, obviously, but he's very expensive on every single site. There's a reason he's very expensive. He's averaging 11.3 fantasy points per game, which hits that 2 times value. Obviously, you want more than 2 times value. But 9, 21, 12, 21, like, you're getting a lot out of him. You know what you're expecting out of Corey Seager. He's absolutely been on fire this year. I would look at Brandon Crawford in Coors, Bo Bichette, Carlos Correa, Tim Anderson. There's a lot of shortstops today that are in good matchups. Paul DeYoung, probably what I would look at there. And then outfielders, Jock Peterson and Coors, Max Kepler, Luis Robert Jr., Matt Wallner against... there's so many Minnesota bats that you could use. I think Minnesota is one of those stacks where I would stack multiple different guys. Eloy Jimenez, George Springer, Cedric Mullins, Luke Raley, Santander, Nolan Jones. I mean, all of these top plays that we like are going to be on our cheat sheet, but I wanted to give you some plays at each position. If you like it this way, let me know. Definitely let me know. And then I think I forgot to mention, but if you don't know, we do go through simulations. We do 10,000 simulations for the day and put those on the website. But we are going to go through the top 10 bats and pitching after, and this is on the entire day, after 2,000 simulations. Now, you don't always have to agree with them, but these are the ones we go with when we build out. So, that being said, 10,000 or 2,000 simulations right now. Here are the top 10 bats that we like so far. Corey Seager against Gossman, Yastrzemski against Anderson, Thairo Estrada against Anderson. Number 4 is Jack Sawinski against Josiah Gray. Number 5 is Brian Reynolds versus Josiah Gray. 6 is Luis Robert versus Kenta Maeda. 7 is Aaron Judge versus Tanner Houck in the first game. Number 8 is Marcus Semien versus Gossman. 9 is Corbin Carroll versus Singa, but we can't play this one for whatever reason, unless you're playing, I believe, the all-day slate on Fanduel. I think that's the only way to play it. And then number 10 is Josh Lowe versus Kyle Bradish. Pitching-wise, Merrill Kelly, which we can't play. Yuri Perez versus Milwaukee. Singa, which we can't play. Tanner Houck against the Yankees. Reese Olson against Cincy. Kyle Bradish against Tampa Bay. Adrian Hauser versus Miami. Kevin Gossman versus Texas. And Aaron Savale versus the Baltimore Orioles. So these will change depending on when you watch this video. Hopefully it helps you out. If you enjoy it, let us know down below. Make sure you check out all of our NFL content. We're putting a lot of information out there. We have golf out there as well. We have MMA coming this weekend, NASCAR coming. We're very excited. MMA, we've been absolutely killing it. If you haven't noticed, I don't have the results from last week. I haven't put those up yet, but MMA DFS results, and these can be used for sports betting. These can be used for anything. But we've been absolutely killing it. just picking the winners of fights. I need to update this, but 9-4 4 weeks ago, 10-2, 11-2, 10-1. Pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. And on our cheat sheet, we have the fights, everything you need to know about the fights, and then our predicted winners as well. So absolutely on fire. I will add the last week's fights. That will be on there, part of the MMA content. So that's what I've got in this video. If you have any questions, let us know. Good luck on this slate, and as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace.